What is up, Raider Nation? Are y'all okay? I mean, I'm, yeah. There's a lot to talk about, and I'm just, yeah. It's been a day. Hey, light that torch by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a member, tell a friend, share. Spicy, she'll be joining me a little bit later. We're gonna also do some call-in, so we know. I mean, my phone has been just going off today. Hell, even last night. I'm sorry. Ever since the Garoppolo move happened, I've been getting calls. I'm sure y'all been getting calls. I'm sure. I almost couldn't even get work done today. I'm like, damn, because I'm sitting here trying to pay attention to what's going on and then the reactions of what's going on, and it's just like Raider Nation. There's a lot of mixed feelings throughout the nation about a lot of things. I mean, I'll go back and think about my feelings just last season. As that's where I was in my feelings, I think, the most. As we saw last season go down the tubes, I was kind of like, all right, this sucks. I'm not feeling McDummy. And then we know what happens after that. Of course, no playoffs, blah, blah, blah. And then Carr. And by that time, I was numb. I didn't feel anything. I'm like, I'm numb. Whatever. And like I say, it's not that I was a Carr lover, Carr hater. It was just, number one, bad season. Number two, it was just like, that's your answer for the bad season. So now here we are at free agency. And I think I said it a couple of shows back. I thought, hey, Garoppolo would be our quarterback going into the 2023 season. And boom, that's happened. Now, I've also made some good predictions that I definitely hope happen. But I'm looking and I'm like, okay, where's the defense? And maybe I'm making a splash. Maybe I'm thinking that I want them to make a splash, and I don't really think these guys are, may do that, but you never know. I'm going to stay optimistic and say either they're going to make a splash with a few players, or they're just going to make a splash by how these players are going to perform. And I know you guys have been seeing it. Everybody's been saying, oh, they're bringing over all the Patriots. Well, I kind of think that's McDaniel's answer to, hey, this is why this team didn't perform well. I need more of my guys to run this offense the way I need it to run. We need some more of these type of guys. I was hearing them make statements by, we need smart, tough football players. Okay, so that's what the expectation is. We're going to get some smart football players, but why do they all have to look like they're coming from the Patriots? And I'm going to say that's not exactly true. There are a few guys that never touched the Patriots, but yeah, we do have like the Patriot cast of characters. I was happy though about the Jacoby Myers pickup. I thought he would be a damn good number two receiver, so I was a little happy about that. Jimmy, I just feel it was I think it's a lateral move. I think we're still at, hey, we need a defense. So anyway, I'm gonna start right there. Say what's up with people in the chats. What's up, Juan Hernandez, Mother Moon? I see you out there in the chats. What's up, Terry? Man, hey guys, chime into the chats. Let me know how you guys are feeling about all of this. Thinking about Jimmy Garoppolo, and of course, I'm an optimist. So I'm about to put a little optimism because everything out there has been hella negative, and there's nobody that's more upset with this regime than me. I've been upset. I've been said rebuild long time ago. People told me, just nope. I still kind of feel that way. But I'm gonna put a positive little spin on this real quick since I was accused of spinning it. Now I am gonna spin it. There was another Raider quarterback. First name starts with a J. He did start off at the Pats. I believe he also went to the Niners and then came to us. And that son of a gun got us a few Super Bowls. Anybody know who this quarterback that I'm thinking about? Anybody know his name? Anybody? Come on. It's Jim Plunkett. Yep, Jim Plunkett. So now, am I saying Garoppolo is a Jim Plunkett? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Lightning can strike twice. I mentioned the 2014 draft, and I've been hoping for some 2014-esque draft happening there. So, you know what? If we are doomed for history to repeat itself, let it be that history, not the history of rotating quarterbacks and rotating coaches. Let's hope we don't do that. I'm not a McDaniels fan, but I rather learn to like him because he finally gets it together than be right and say, oh, he sucked and we are now on the coaching wheel. So that's just me. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel that way, but I think, right now we're not happy. So that's just it. Captain Raider. Yeah, man. Waller. Yeah, we're going to get to that. I mean, I read an article that Waller and, I guess was trying to keep his wedding discreet, and McDaniels, let that out while he was at the combine. Now, from what I heard about McDaniels in Denver, he is not, his people skills are bad. His people skills are bad, which could be another reason why he wants to bring in a lot of guys who already know him. Because that might not be a trait. And you know what? And I think that should be one hell of a trait. I know if I was interviewing for a head coach, they need to, of course, be smart and be a chess player on the field, but they got to be a teacher. They definitely got to be a people's person. And damn it, hell, have some sales skills, because you might have to get some buy-in on what you're trying to do and get people to believe in a system or whatnot before they even take the field, so that, hey, you know what? Everybody's on board. Everybody's on this in the same program, and everybody's going to give 100%. So, and we know that what I just named is not McDaniels' strong suit. I mean, they all try to say he's some offensive genius, but I remember another Patriot coach. They nicknamed him Man Genius, and he failed as a head coach. So anyway, I'm not going to go off on McDaniels, because everything I see, I think, like this Waller trade, could it possibly be McDaniels' fault? Or what is the or? Well, here's the or about the Waller trade. Yep. Right off the bat, I think we should have got a little bit more than a third round pick. I mean, hell, if we could have got like a third and a seven, I don't know, something like a third player, maybe an old lineman or something like that. I don't know. But I thought we should have got a little bit more. But whatever. That's just me. We did have about, I think we got $11 million in cap space now that we can do with that. And the other thing, which is extremely important, is that the 2023 draft is going to be loaded with tight ends. So I'm thinking, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better, but it's still hard to swallow. We love Waller. We saw Waller come from Baltimore, totally, clean up his act. We heard the story about his off-field issues. We saw him, you know what I mean? We saw him blossom as a player. Can I use the word blossom as a player? Is that a right word to say about a football player? But y'all know what I mean. We saw old boy go from zero to hero, and he did it as a Raider. So, that kind of makes him a fan favorite. So it's, like I say, I get the business side, but I also get being a fan as well. And when you have one of your own go through their own trials and tribulations, come out of it. We all heard the story with Max Crosby, have a similar story as Waller. And then, you see them go through their sobriety, get their stuff together, ball out on the field, it becomes a little hard pill to swallow. But back to the business side, Waller was injured. They gave Waller a pretty decent contract at the start of the following season. And, so what happened? Anyway, I'm going to stop right there. I see Spicy up in the house, so I'm about to get Spicy on in here because I'm lonely. What's up?
What up? What up? I'm late. What did I miss? Anything happen?
I'm just going on a rant. I'm sitting here crying. People in the chat's got the violins going because I'm doing my little farewell Waller, and so anyway, that's all.
I didn't miss anything big, right? Nothing big happening.
Nah. And I started talking about Waller because a few people put it in the chat. I was starting off talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and, how everybody's saying, all these Patriots. So I had to remind everybody, you know what? I get that too. But I wanted to remind them of a guy they brought us 2 Super Bowls. And his first name was Jim as well. And I believe he went from the Pats to the Niners and he was a Raider. Can we strike lightning twice?
Jim Plunkett. Yeah. So you're not suggesting Jimmy G's a Jim Plunkett, are you?
No, but I would. Hey, if we can strike lightning twice, I'll take it. But I don't think he'll be a Jim Plunkett. But
one can hope. One can hope.
I'll take Jim Plunkett-esque.
I'll take that too. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed reviews. I would say there's a lot more negativity, a lot more Raiders fans that are upset about this than that are happy about it from what I've seen online and in social media.
Yes.
And this is my take on it. It can't get any worse. Listen, they haven't been a playoff team with Carr. Okay, they have been. You know what I mean, though. 2 playoff appearances in 9 years and not making it past the first round. That's not really a playoff team. So it can't get any worse. What's going to happen with Jimmy G? Saved money. He is a decent quarterback. He makes 75%. He wins 75% of his games. And if they don't make the playoffs, at least they save some money. And if they make the playoffs, then it's a bonus.
And I think most fans feel like me. Like I say, most fans are mad right now. Y'all remember, I was mad last season. And my anger, was directly pointed at McDaniels. It's still there right now. And all I want is, hey, prove me wrong. So all these little moves, like I say, the Waller thing stung just a little bit, but it's just a whole part of this thing I was angry about last season. And I mean, look, with Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, we got some. I mean, he's making less than $25 million a year. I mean, that's less than Carr. That's less than the guy at the Giants. Hey, like this show. Where's the defense? Bring us some defense with that money, because Garoppolo, hey, he ain't enough. We know that.
Well, listen, I'm not salty or mad or what. I don't know the word. I forgot the word you used. You just said it, but about the Waller thing. Listen, last 2 seasons, he didn't show up and played. I've said this all along. I thought he was milking that injury, especially last year. He milked it until the game mattered. Then he decided to come back and he was fine, miraculously. Conspiracy theories. I've been hated on for saying this, but he didn't play until, hey, I'm not going to really hurt myself until I could make a playoff game or play in a playoff game. Dude, you go MIA. You don't even support your team. You go watch your girlfriend, fiance, whatever she was at the time, basketball game. Like, to me, it's like a car thing. I want the camaraderie. I want a Josh Jacob, a Mad Max, these guys with this team attitude. Waller's good. Yeah. But like you said, there's a bunch of other good tight ends coming through and in the league.
Oh, yeah.
On to the next one.
Definitely. And
that's my take on it.
I was very happy to see, talking about Garoppolo and, everybody was, first thing they look at is Davante Adams. Because ever since Carr's been gone, I've never seen anything out of Davante Adams saying this, but the rumor mill around the fandom is that, Davante's going to be gone,
That's such a made-up rumor.
And then when I see this, I'm like, don't make too much of it. Phone dry. Then comes everybody trying to get inside scoop. It's annoying. That's it. Jimmy, let's get this. So I was like, ooh, all right.
Exactly. No problem whatsoever with Carr leaving. He's a Raider. He wants to be a Raider. He wants to win as a Raider. And that's what I said. It's been fan rumor all along. There has been nothing to warrant those rumors, to validate those rumors, and I think he just shut it down right there.
Oh yeah, and to have that shout out, make it public, shut that down. Sounds like, hey, let's go to work.
Yep.
Like I say, I still want to see more in free agency on the defensive side. We picked up a few pieces. None of them, in my mind, was a sexy move. Wasn't splashy at all. But I am happy, and I said this a little earlier about Jacoby Myers as a number 2 receiver. I thought, all right. I know everybody was like, oh, it seems like Raider Nation is on edge right now, because I swear to God, soon as that pickup happened, everybody's like, oh, we're going to cut Renfro.
That could happen. I've always thought that Renfro and Waller have been on the chopping block. Renfro and Waller have been on the chopping block since they traded for Devontae Adams last season. Especially Waller. Waller was in the talks with that trade. They just couldn't make it happen. So for me to see him gone this year, I'm surprised people are surprised. Put it that way. Yeah. I'm surprised people are surprised. Like, have y'all not been paying attention? And then I'm also surprised on a little bit why everybody's so mad. Like, what happened to the kumbaya Raiders for life? We don't care where they play. We don't care who's on the team, as long as they wear the silver and black and all this. And it's just funny to me. It's interesting to me. Like, now this is people's breaking points, right? The car fans, if you will. Not a car hater, but I'm saying like the real diehard car fans, or people that just bought Waller's jersey, whatever. Now they're mad. It's like, have you all not been following the Raiders and the organization for years? This is how they operate. They're not loyal to anybody, a city, a fan base, a player. So I'm not sure why people are surprised by this.
Well, I know I'm not surprised by it. Like I say, all these moves were nothing compared to how upset I was with the losing. And to me, That's where my anger begins and ends, because nothing to me is justified if it doesn't equate into winning. Right. Like, you did this for nothing. So why did you do it? You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that, of course, you have players that you like. Players are going to come and go. That's just the nature of the beast. But to have a organization that is, winning and believably doing things that is evident, that shows they want to continue to win, we just haven't been seeing it. And I know that's for me, I say, my biggest issue.
What was the record last season?
Oh, not good.
So yeah, what, 6-11?
Yes.
So we're upset. Are we, Raider Nation? Are we really upset that a 6-11 team is being dismantled?
No,
like, we should
I'm
be
mad
happy
that we were 6-11. Well, no, I was mad that we were 6-11. That's why I say
that part. But why would we want it? Why would we even want to keep a 6-11 team intact?
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with what keeps you excited. What type of moves? That's all I'm saying. I don't think we're going to do anything splashy. You know what I mean? I don't. I really don't. Maybe we will, but I think Devontae Adams last season is probably the splashiest, free agent move we're going to make with this regime. You know what I mean? I think these guys they're just going to get a whole bunch of role players and try to hit and try their best to hit on every draft pick. So, I mean, the only shocking move I can see that may happen is that we bring in a second quarterback in free agency, and I hope he might be Jacoby Brissett. So that would shock me, but I think it would be a great move. So, but that's
Omar, do you mind if we get over to these comments here? There's some good comments coming through. I just want to recognize some of these here. I'm going to kind of go backwards a little bit. I know there's a bunch, but we'll start from the bottom, work our way up. Raiders 805, thanks for tuning in. We needed a change. The other way wasn't working. And that's just it. If you just take your emotion out of these players, right? And I get it. I used to be bothered by it too. Now it's just like, whatever. 6-11 is not a team we want to keep together. So I agree with you right there. Fishing Game says Josh Jacobs' jersey was on sale 50%, just like Waller and Carr. And Josh Jacobs not happy right now. Right when the news was released from Waller, he tweeted something like,
shit sad. Shit sad.
Shit sad. For real. Yeah, that was it. Shit sad for real. I mean, Pirates Den, what's good? Spicy, the new era Raider fans are soft. I have been a fan for 46 years and I've seen a lot. In hell, I suffered through the Jeff, George, and Jamarcus
And
Russell
Jamarcus,
days.
woo, don't
For
even talk
real
about it.
though. For real
And
though.
at least I was partying in the parking lot through the
Real talk.
Jamarcus Russell era.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that.
To lean on.
That was one of the best seasons in the tailgate. Okay.
Right?
You know why? Because we all left at halftime and went back to party.
Oh man. Right? Shoot.
Hot Neil says, hope this year we get a ring. Hope this new coach can like Al Davis. I think be like Al Davis, I think you mean. Yeah. Well, so far actually that's a good point. I mean, he is kind of like rubbing people. Al kind of did whatever the hell he wanted. Didn't care. So maybe there is a little bit of resemblance there. I never really thought about it like that. Raiders 805 can't pay a player that kind of money that doesn't play. It was time to move on from Waller. Exactly.
Yep.
We touched on that earlier.
Like
By the way, do we have a drinking game alert, or should I just drink?
Just drink.
Okay.
Just drink. Everybody else is, I'm sure.
Perfect.
I mean, like I say, with the whole Waller trade, that's $11 million more that we can hopefully spend on defense. You know what I mean? Like I say, people, the Jimmy Carr comparisons to me are null and void without defense, because in my mind, Jimmy is not going to do any better without an improved defense than Carr did.
Hey, but now there's money though. Now there's money there to spend on defense that wasn't there before. And, so that's a huge difference. A Terry says near $70 million for 3 years, while we could have paid Stidham $10 million for 2 years. I thought Stidham looked dynamic on his feet. Thought we'd ride with him. I thought he looked okay during the 49ers game. He looked a mess during the Chiefs game. This is what bothers me the most about the Stidham trade. He knows the Raiders playbook even better than Jimmy G or anyone else. And now he's on the Broncos. And the Broncos and the Raiders, if we're being realistic, are in my opinion, not only my opinion, if you look at the standings, right, they're the two bottom teams. And so now this gives the Broncos an advantage when we play these guys twice a year. Stidham can be right there. He knows it all. Yeah, so to me, if you're going to trade him, that's not the place to trade him.
Well, we didn't trade him. We just didn't re-sign him. He was a free agent.
Right.
He was a free agent. So I don't, I haven't read anything yet that says what happened with that, why we didn't pursue him, or maybe we did and Denver made him a better offer. I did read that there was somebody there that he has a connection with one of the staff, one of the other coaches on the Broncos. But I mean, besides Stidham being there, we have a much bigger problem. Sean Payton is a freaking good coach,
Well, that too. But but now the Raiders obviously still need a backup, especially with fragile Jimmy G. And Stidham, I think, would have been a perfect backup.
That's why
he already knew the system. He proved he could be contenders with a team that went to the Super Bowl.
That's why I was saying I hope we pick up another quarterback in free agency, and most in particular Jacoby Brissett, because more than likely we're going to need it, because we need Garoppolo insurance for real.
Yeah, for real. Pirates Dan, you're funny. You're not salty. You are spicy. This is true.
Right.
And I think this is talking about Jimmy G here. He's good on the red zone, which I would say that most people would agree with this. And I think the stats don't lie. His Carr was not very good in the red zone. You can blame it on coaching. You can blame it on play calling, whatever.
I mean, Garoppolo is very different from Carr. I saw all the comparisons. Carr has more deep balls, and how's that going to affect Devontae and things like that? To me, Jimmy G will definitely do enough to win games. Just stay healthy, bro.
There you go. Jimmy G has a winning record.
You know what I mean?
Does DC have not a winning record? This is Derek Carr is no longer a Raider, so we're not going to spend too much time on him. But I will just say that I think for him, it's a good place to be. The NFC South is not a good league. So he's kind of a big fish in a small pond. The Patriots obviously no longer have Brady, which they were the top team, and that team made the playoffs with a losing record. Okay? That league is perfect for Carr. If he can make the playoffs for a losing record, he's going to be the man.
The Patriots are in the AFC.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
The Saints are in the NFC. But to your point,
I was thinking, I had Brady on my mind, and I associate him with the Patriots. No. Thank you. I meant the Buccaneers. Right. Yeah.
Right. And funny enough, I heard the Bucs are also trying to pursue Jacoby Brissett. So I'm keeping my eye out on that. So, because like I say, we need some Garoppolo insurance. He also, and Brissett also knows, he's one of Josh's guys. He's been in Josh's system, so we'll see. We'll
see. So yeah, with Brady no longer in the league, the Buccaneers I don't think are going to be a threat. Like I said, they made the playoffs with a losing record, so I think Carr could do just that, make the playoffs with the losing record. I mean, let's face it, he didn't really stand a chance against. These are just facts, right? Mahomes, we hate to admit it, but he is arguably the best quarterback in the entire league, let alone the conference.
And he's not even the highest paid. So that lets you know how we're going to be seeing him with a good team for a while because, you know what I mean? He's not even thinking about trying to be the highest paid quarterback. He wants to be the most winning quarterback.
Right.
That's where his eyes are set. So
totally.
We got.
Who else we got in here?
My baby's in here.
Hi, hey, baby.
How you doing? Love you too. All righty.
What else? Who we got? Yes, thanks everyone. Remember, light that torch, hit that like button. So it's been crazy, right?
Yes.
I think there's gonna be a lot more surprises, if you will.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at who else we picked up. I'm glad we picked up.
Okay, maybe not surprises, but let's just say people don't get upset when Renfro gets traded. You know what I'm saying? Or something.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be. You know what I mean? It was that core of players: Jacobs, Waller, Renfro, Carr. You know what I mean? So people are. You know what I mean? Until we start winning. That's how I think about it. I think they are until we start winning. But like I say, we're all looking at McDaniels, and guess what? If he doesn't win, hopefully he's out. Hopefully McDaniels will be the one kicking rocks next season, which is why I think they are just kind of going out, getting rid of all these guys that aren't with his program and bringing in these people that he's worked with before. This dude doesn't have the relation building skills. Let's just say. So, he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Raider Nation, if you want to vent, I know there's been a lot of venting, a lot of debates, and a lot of discussion, a lot of feelings going on social media. And if you want to come in and give us your point of view, please call in the numbers on the screen, 510-394-4409. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about the team in general. Jimmy G, of course, Waller, what might happen with Renfro, how they're dealing with Josh Jacobs and everything else in between here. Let's see. Spicy, who do you think we sign in tight end or draft one? I like Luke Musgrave, Darrell Washington in the draft. I know he said Spicy, but I mean, Omar, obviously this question's to both of us.
Well, I did read we were going after Mercedes Lewis, but he's a little long in the tooth. I think he's in his late 30s. So I did read that. I mean, like I say, there's just a lot of tight ends, and hopefully we go later in the draft because we got more pressing needs in the beginning of the draft. So
maybe they get an all-star or Pro Bowl, I should say, tight end at their 100th pick. Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be nice. That would be really good.
No, I say they're probably going to end up drafting one. Like I've said over and over, not with this particular instance, but they must have a plan. They have to have a plan. I hope they have a plan. Hey, in a perfect world, I want Kelsey or Kittle.
Wow.
Probably, I know. The two most probably hated in the league. I'll take either one of them. Shoot, come on over.
Yeah, but hopefully we do both. I think we already signed. What was the tight end that we signed? I think we just signed a tight end. Like I say, he's not a notable tight end. So the only one notable I did hear about was Mercedes. So we'll see if we grab him and what we do in the draft because we know the McDaniels offense throws to tight ends a lot. They use tight ends a lot. So, stay tuned.
All right, I wonder what this guy looks like, huh? Jimmy Jean's porn double. It's not
Yeah.
about the best 53, it's about the best 53 that fit. No need to
Yeah.
sign a big splash player to go to the Pro Bowl and watch playoffs from home. Build a whole team and build a champion. Yeah, I
Now
agree with
that
that. And really, we got a big splash player in Devontae. So,
are we
you
going to
know,
give McDaniels time? Now, here's the question: if we stink it up next season, do we want McDaniels for a third season trying to build this
yes.
team? You do? You say
I
yes?
say yes. This is why I say yes.
All right.
Because take McDaniels out of it, actually. Do I want a coach with longevity that can build a team? And I think that's what the Raiders have lacked. And so, yeah, at this point, if it's McDaniels, let's put all the eggs in the basket, trust in what he's got going on, and hopefully he can build a great team. Because the turnover is not working. The turnover every 3 years is just not work. It's proven not to work. So yeah,
So,
I think we got to stick with it.
okay. So, but what do you need to see though to feel good about that? Suppose we go right back to another 6-11 or even worse season next season. What would you need to do to at least say, well, okay, I can see that next year? How
Yeah,
many
you know what I would
pieces?
what I would need to see that we would never be able to see as fans, but hopefully they can see it internally, is I want to see his business plan, his long-term plan of where and when and how he chooses to spend his money, and which players he wants to develop and keep, and which side of the ball he wants to grow on. I want to know that as an owner, as a GM. I want to know your plan. What's your 5-year plan? All right, you're one down. You've got 4 left. What's your plan to get us there? And we're never going to know that as fans, so we kind of just have to trust the process.
See, there's one thing we can know. Like I said, for me to trust this regime, I just need to see one thing actually. I want to see a damn good draft. Because if you're not drafting well, you need to be out of here. Because without that, everything else to me is just talk. We're going to end up right back having to pay lots of money to free agents and blah, 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 blah. And there's that wheel again. So for me, if we stake it up, I want to see great production from those rookies.
I agree with you. And they have to draft well, and the Raiders suck at drafting. Here's the thing. In McDaniel's first year, he didn't even have a first-round draft pick. So he didn't even get that first opportunity.
Oh, yeah, he did. His name was Davante Adams, and it worked out well.
Okay, well, yeah, but that's not a draft, but sure, yeah, that worked out well.
He spent the draft capital.
But I'll say, yes, true. Fair enough.
I'll check the
but
box.
If we're actually, I get the trade thing, but we're actually choosing.
right. So that's what I'm saying. So this time now, you got what, 12 picks? You got 12 picks. And if we hit on, let's just say, hey, like Jimmy G, if we're hitting at 75% of those draft picks that play well for us, okay, I think I can be patient because I'm seeing something now. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? But
well, here we go. We have a fun stat from Jimmy G's PD. McDaniels drafted 13 players in Denver that started in the 2013 Super Bowl. So there's positive there with his draft history. Listen, I'm just taking your word on that because I have no idea, but that's a pretty damn good stat.
That is. Too bad they didn't hit while he was in Denver. Maybe they were slow. Maybe they're just slow developers. You know what I mean?
See, that's why we got to give them some time.
Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, I'll throw the question back at you. It sounds like, and I won't put words in your mouth, but what I'm kind of feeling is you're saying ditch him.
Well, I agree with you. We do need continuity. We need stability, and it has to start with the GM and the head coach. But like I was saying, though, and hey, people can think I'm wrong for this, but when you take a playoff team, we went to the playoffs the year before, going through all kinds of turmoil, and you get better at least on paper, and then only 6-11. You do not have my vote of confidence at this point. I'm sorry. This is a guy who turned down the Colts, but was excited to have Carr, was
Yeah.
excited to have Waller, gave them new contracts, and all of a sudden things didn't go your way, and now you bailing on your people. See, if I was an owner, this is what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at how well you draft, see how well, one guy, pops into my mind that the draft pick, not just talking about Devontae, but Parham. I thought, hey, he turned out to be a pretty good pick if you ask me. But like I say, so now you're going to turn the team upside down to fit your system better. Okay, you better know what you're doing. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? Because I need something that I can measure and say you get a third year, a fourth year, or a fifth year. And that's all I'm saying. And to just jump off a cliff your first season is not a good start with me if I'm the guy making the decision, because I do want continuity, but you gotta have, like I say, I need something that I can measure. I need a measurable result to feel good about whatever your process is. And like I say, if we fall off a cliff that, if all this changes doesn't work and we're not a little bit better than 6-11, I see these drafts like, wow, great draft class. And now I can have something measurable. We might not make the playoffs, but I see something measurable, thing. I'll be good with it. So I guess that's my answer.
Definitely. I feel you. Yep. Let's go see if we've got breaking news from Hot Neil. Brady's going to the Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
Fishing game right here. A lot of those picks are late in the draft too. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, that's why it's draft. It's a lottery. You don't know, right? Look at Mad Max. I mean, I think you said this, Omar, last time. The college he came from, where he was drafted, you never could predict that he was going to be the beast that he was to be. At least I did. Maybe they knew something we didn't know, but
no, especially when your guy, the 4th overall pick, stunk it up. Same draft. We draft 2 DNs, and then the guy in the late rounds becomes a top talent in the league. I mean, yeah, I know they didn't see that coming. They thought Max was going to be a good player, but they didn't think Max was going to be better than Cleveland Farrell. Obviously,
right.
Cleveland Farrell got the 4th overall pick. Max was picked in the 3rd round. So, yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not fact checking this stuff, but yeah, I know it's close. Yeah, Darren Waller has played 20 games in the last 2 years out of 34. Yeah, that's a problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. I get my negative points are, I thought we probably could, I would hope we could have got more. But that's probably why we didn't. And that's probably why, outside of the little rumor I heard about McDaniels, letting the cat out of the bag about the wedding, I think that's a big reason why, and the $11 million that we made the deal. Like, hey, we got a draft full of tight ends. We see a few out there on the free agent market that we can pick up. We only got 5. How many games did they get out of Waller last season? 5? 6? Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But not a full season. And like I say, for the last 2 seasons, he hasn't played a full season. So I get it. Like I say, Waller was a great feel-good story for Raider Nation, so I get it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and I'm going to be, let's see who we replace him with.
Exactly. Captain Raider says, I want to see smart moves. I wish I were surprised. I don't expect to see Jacobs or Renfro get good draft picks. Spillane cost $9 million, so we got $2 million and 100th pick.
He just said for the value of Waller. That's what we got for the value of Waller.
All I can say with this, to me, I know this is probably not a popular opinion. To me, Renfro is disposable. Jacobs, you got to keep. It's nothing personal, but I mean, if we're looking at these 2 guys, I think you got to keep Jacobs. That's my thought on it.
I think, and I honestly think that's their intention. I just think they need more time. I think they need to see Waller. Look, freeing up $11 million could be a part of that. Like, hey, let's see what we can do and how much money we're going to have, and then we can hook Waller up. We just need more time to do this. That's why they tagged him. Their intentions is to get him a long-term deal by July. I'm hoping all that happens. I do think it would be easier if Jacobs is feeling good about what they do in free agency and in the draft going into the season. It's going to make that negotiation a lot easier, because Jacobs has said it himself. If I have to be the hero, pay me like the hero. But if you want to tag me and bring in some good players, I'm with it. Right. And I think that's his attitude. Like, hey, I want to win, so I want to win more than I want to get paid. And I love that.
And he said that. And he said that. As of right now, though, he doesn't seem happy. He doesn't seem happy
No,
with the
no.
moves that are being made.
And I'm wondering if he just had his eyes set on old boy from Green Bay. And because it all was it was too coincidental that when I read Raiders are out on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets were heating up, that Jacobs kind of had some some negative tweets. So I don't know, but maybe that's what him and Devontae were hoping for. Of course, I get that. 2 years of Aaron Rodgers or 2 years of Garoppolo. If I don't have to break the bank, you know what I mean. But if I did, like, to me, that was probably the case. Oh, we got a caller. I'll stop right there. Yeah, get that caller.
I got it. Hey, caller, what is good? You are live. Hey, can you hear Hot Neil okay?
No, can you get him a little louder?
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us your opinion on what's been going on in this Raider world.
So, because we got Daniel. Daniel sucks. Thinks like crazy. That's what I said in the comments. We need him to be like outdated, who had a good flavor for the Raider Nation. He did teamwork. He did everything. Outdated did. So we need a coach that has the experience like outdated had.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think you said it in the comments. We definitely need that type of play. We're just hoping we can get it.
Yeah. Another thing, we should forget about the franchise for a while and let's worry more about winning.
Yep.
There's a lot of Raiders out there that worry, the franchise. Forget about the franchise. Worry about the game first, and let's worry about the franchise later.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's, we were super, it's just interesting about, the things that Raider Nation get emotional about and what they don't. I guess, it's all very personal to what people are offended about and what they're not. And yeah, at this point, I think as Raiders fans, we just got to learn to accept it all or just bail. Like, it is what it is. It's not going to get better. We've tolerated this for years, decades,
Another thing is we should, worry about something else. Okay? I know cars screw up, but let me put it this. Who in the right mind quarterback have you ever seen going to rehab, practice, rehab, playoffs, rehab, going to straight again to play again with a broken back? I never seen it ever in the history. I've been watching Super Bowls and football and everything you can name off. I never seen a quarterback done that before.
Right.
There was a bunch of whippy little girls. Oh, I got hair. I can't play. But Coach did good. Okay, I gotta tell you, he did good for the Raiders.
So right now, you're happy with the moves that the Raiders have made. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we moved out. Let's flip the page, and start all over again and see what happens all this year because we need a lot of rings to catch up.
Right. Well, we agree with you, I think, and if we don't agree with you, that's why we're having you call in because we want to hear everyone's opinion. Well, thank you, Hot Neil. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you.
For sure.
No problem, Mama. We love you.
All right. All right. Love you too. Bye. So yeah.
Nice.
Call in. Everyone's gotten a different opinion. We love all you guys watching. We love everyone that's in the comments. We want to hear. We were going to respect your opinions. We all have a different one. What does this one mean, though? Big Daddy Trips. Spicy Raider girl, go feed your kid. What does that mean? What's happening?
I didn't even know you had children. Wow, you've been holding out on me. Wow. At least he came out on the show. You got a love child somewhere, don't you?
I think that kind of only works for men.
Hey, women has been fighting for equality a long time. They can have love child. They go dropping, Shoot.
I suppose. Big Daddy Trips, if you're watching, tell me what that means. Yes, Raiders 805. Light that torch, hit that like button. We appreciate it. Yeah, give us a call. Let us know your thoughts. I know there's a lot of back and forth.
Big Daddy thinks that he thinks Jimmy G sucks and the Raiders are only going to get 6 wins as well. Dang.
So lateral move. So in the comments, drop in a comment if you're watching. Do you think this Jimmy G is an upgrade, a downgrade, or a lateral move? What are we working with here? I think it's a lateral move.
Hey, and you can also put wrong answers too. maybe Jimmy G is gonna hit a Nick Canyon and he's got hella babies now, so he's got to stay healthy. So, somebody says lateral.
Desert Raider says lateral move 100. Fishing game, lateral for show. Larry Fleming, this year is about building the defense and mildly retooling the offense. Jimmy G is the bridge that is connecting to our QB of the future. Yeah, we haven't even touched on that, I don't think. I think, you know what, roll with Jimmy G for a couple years, but I still think they got to draft a quarterback.
But you see, all of that, here we go. On the field, I think lateral. But everything else, I think Jimmy G is an upgrade. Because guess what? We got him cheaper than Carr. Guess what? I think he'll be a better mentor than Carr. I think Carr has having somebody that we picked in the first round behind Carr. I think me and you talked about this. I think his ego would get a little bit in the way. Unlike Jimmy G, who, as we've seen, he's a great team guy. He'll mentor, he'll step back in, and still try to, hit home runs for you. So, like I say, on-field lateral, but everything else Jimmy G is bringing us right now, I think is a bit of an upgrade, especially with the money. We wouldn't be able to get, more defense without it. So,
well, that part is huge, right? I think that's a great point, Omar, because if we're really saying it's a lateral move, if we're all saying he's just as good as Carr and vice versa, and you're saving millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, to me, that is an upgrade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That part makes it an upgrade. Especially, whoa. And here's my only caveat, though. They got to spend the money right, though. What's the use if you bring in all the wrong players, or they don't fit your system, or whatever the case may be, without that money directly getting us a better production on that defensive side of the ball, with our offense being pretty much on par, then I'm saying something different.
Yeah, fair enough. Wes Craven says it's not about lateral, it's about what's best for the situation moving forward. This isn't a one-year fix-it thing. This is a step for building. Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. We were saying how many years do we give McDaniels to build this? I'm thinking a 5-year plan, but as internal, I want to know what that 5-year plan is from him. I need to know.
Yep. So,
and maybe they do. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they clearly trusted in him. Mark Davis said it from day one that this is his guy. He's standing by him in all of his decisions. And so far, he's at least keeping his word on that end, which is kind of rare, to be honest. So, hey, if you're going to stick with it, stick with it. See what works. See if it works. Yeah. That's what I say.
Desert.
Unfortunately.
Been building since 2000.
Unfortunately.
My goodness, isn't that the truth?
We've been building so long, we got a skyscraper.
Yes, that's the truth. I mean, I look at some of the people that we picked up right now. So I think we picked up Marcus Epps, who, he's a safety. Like I say, it wasn't any splash. I'm hoping, like I say, because I am not that technical where I can be like, ooh, he's going to fit great into our defensive scheme because of X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, I hope he does. Like straight up.
Right.
Faison, he was a quarterback for us before. We got him back. Okay. Like I said, the only thing right now that I was excited about, I do, even though it probably means we're not going to bring my guy, Mac Hollins, back. I don't know. But I did like the Jacoby Myers pickup. I think he's a good receiver, 6'2", got great hands. He's not a burner, but he's just one of those guys that can just make plays. So that's going to be really good. Robert Spillane, that linebacker. Now, we gave him a pretty decent contract for a guy who is he's not a starter. And we gave him kind of starter money-esque. I'll say starter-esque. Of course, it's still on the lower side, but it was more than what he was making with the Steelers. I did see a clip because people started posting clips. So I had a few minutes before the show, and I saw a clip where he was laying wood. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that getting me excited." So, we'll see.
Interesting.
So,
What do you think about this comment, Omar, from Fish and Game? They might trade Jacobs and move up the draft board. Do you think if that did happen, is that a good decision? I say don't go to the lottery. You
I
got a sure
say
thing. You
no.
got a sure thing.
I say just like Garoppolo is going to need a defense, he's damn sure going to need a running game. So I don't think so. In my mind, I think if these guys do what they at least talk like they're going to do and bring in the right players, and just get Jacobs buy-in on, hey, look what we got. Here's what the expectation are, blah, 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 and then present him a decent deal, I think we can keep Jacobs. You know what I mean? But like I said, I hope we don't. The running back class I haven't heard is as deep as like the tight end class. So I would kind of, I would grit my teeth just a little bit on that one.
All right. Jimenez, are you saying nope, no trading Jacobs, as if you don't think it'll happen or you don't want it to happen, or both? And I agree with you, Raiders 805. We don't need to move up. We need JJ.
Oh yeah. Don't move up. I mean, because if you move up, here we go. The only time you better hit on that pick. Me, I'm trying to move down and get some more picks, especially if, like I say, if your guy is going to be gone on one or two. Let's just say if they like CJ Stroud, you know what I mean, which to me is the only of the top 3 quarterbacks that I think would, you know what I mean, that I like at least, you know what I mean. Of course, any of these guys can be good. Okay, but even with that, though, you better be right, So me, I would just, hey, there's all kinds.
I'm with you. I don't want it to happen either. And Fish and Game says that jersey was 50% off, though, like Carr and Waller's. Here's the thing, though. I heard a rumor that it might be not because he's being traded, but because he might be requesting a different jersey number. So let's hope it's that.
Right? Yeah. The scheme is run by committee. Don't expect McDaniels to change his scheme. Yeah, we've seen the running back by committee, but I mean, look how well Jacobs played. What was the committee last? There was no committee last season. It was Jacobs, except for Jacob Johnson, that fullback, which I was very happy to see us pull back in. So, I'm going to be very optimistic and say, hey, with the Jacob Johnson signing, it's probably more probable that we're going to keep Josh Jacobs. There, I said it.
I like it. Done deal.
I'm putting that out in the universe.
I love it. What's up, Speedy Raider? He says, what's good? It is what it is. Only time will see how the season comes along. Yeah, and I'm going to say, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm going to watch this season, every game like I do every year, but my hopes aren't up. They don't make the playoffs, I won't be disappointed. It's more like if they make the playoffs, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I think they have a chance. I mean, they have a chance. We'll see, though. It's hard to say, right? Like, these projections aren't aging well. When Jimmy G came, they said he's got these core 3 in Waller, Jacobs, and Adams. Okay, that lasted all of 24 hours. You know what I mean? Yep. So we just don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Like I say, especially if they don't improve the defense. I think that would be the bigger blow to me than not just having a bad record, but you needed help on defense, and if you didn't address it. That, like I say, these are things that does not show any positive steps. Like, hey, your defense was sucking, so you did nothing. Or what you did didn't work, which means you don't know how to fix it.
Right.
So, yeah. But, man.
Captain Raider says McDonald's tried to break Jacobs, but it backfired on him. Yeah, Jacobs is not taking it anything. He's speaking his mind, whether it's low-key, subtle, cryptic, however you want to say it, sometimes right in your face. I like it. I'm here for it. I like the attitude. I like the attitude where he's giving his opinion on how he feels, but I also like his mentality of how he's saying, I don't even need you to pay me a ton of money. Respect my play. Pay me what I'm worth, even partial of what I'm worth, because I believe in this and I want to be here. And they're still like,
Relax. Lots of
Tell
free
him.
agents available. Calm down and draft awaits. Nobody trying to break anybody.
All
Well,
right, fair enough.
we'll see.
There's
I hope
a
you're
lot
right.
of maybe you're right. There's a lot of cryptic tweeting that's been going on. That's for sure, and I'm here for it.
Anything that says, "Oh, we're going to be winning next season," I'm all for it. Believe that. I just don't know if McDaniels and Ziegler are, and that's what I want to find out. So,
You don't think so? They gotta be. They gotta be.
well, we all want things, but do we know how to get them? And that's like I say, that I'm sure he wants to be I'm sure McDaniels wants to be a Super Bowl winning coach, and you know what I mean, all kinds of things. But are you capable of doing it? Can you deliver it? You know what I mean? So
I think he thinks he is coming from the Patriots, winning already, that type of thing. Now he wants to win though as being the man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I do. I think so. I really do. I really think so. And honestly, that's all we can do is hope right now. Like we can sit here and hate on him all day, but he's the man. If that's our team, we gotta represent for him. We gotta root him on. Like I think you said earlier on in this. We may not agree with everything, but at the end of the day, we hope we're not sitting here saying, "Oh, look, we have a losing record and we were right." Nobody wants to be right about that.
No. I'm like, please prove me wrong. Please. Please, please, please. I remember when I did the prediction show and I predicted we were going to lose that game. I was so happy to be wrong. Hey, anytime I feel something negative is happening with my team, I'm hoping I'm wrong. But you got to call it like you see it, though, sometimes,
Yeah.
You just do.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Yep.
This is a true comment here by Wes Craven. Pay him what the market is. Unfortunately, he's a running back. This isn't the days of Emmett, Thurman, Barry, and others. You can get running backs beef up the line. And spicy can be Jacobs. Hey, all right. I wouldn't mind that. That's funny. But yeah, he's right. Running backs don't have longevity. They're not paid the top dollar. There's a lot of good running backs. I get it. But he's not asking for top dollar. He wanted like $8 million. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things.
And I think more importantly, he wants a long-term deal. He wants to,
right.
keep me a Raider, pay me what I'm worth and keep me a Raider. Oh, but if you're about to bring in some good players and we're going to start winning and you need a little cap room, I'll help you.
Right.
Like, hey, you can't get mad at that at all. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. I mean, because just like we said a little earlier, Mahomes, he's the best quarterback in the league, but he is not the highest paid quarterback in the league. And I guarantee it will probably stay that way. I mean, Brady was what? Brady was under like 30 million 12? For the last 5-6 years or something like that.
He's like 12th highest paid over the past who knows how long.
Yeah, so I mean, especially Mahomes and Brady, these guys have endorsements, so they also can definitely afford that. I was talking about that when we were talking about Lamar Jackson, and I'm like, dude, he's coming off his rookie deal. He is definitely going to be looking for that big contract. You know what I mean? Especially he's at quarterback too. Now, I don't know all the details. I know he doesn't have an agent, so why that's not working out. But I get the fact that, coming off his rookie deal, he's going to want a big contract. So,
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and this is a good point. Some people want him to fail. I think he's talking about McDaniels. To see him leave rather than see him succeed and stay. That's just weird to me. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're talking about McDaniels. But yeah, it's weird to me too.
Yeah, that's why I used to trip that out on like the car haters and stuff like that. It was like, dude, I hate when I see him lose because I hate to see my team lose. You know what I mean? But, because I think that impartiality towards coaches, players, or whatever, because of the bigger picture of winning and losing. You know what I mean? To me, that trumps everything. I'm not a McDaniels fan, but hey, I'll be the first one to be right there, like, thank God he turned it around, or whatever that case may be. I'm going to be the first one talking about it. So
here we go. We got a shout out to you, Omar. He likes your comments. I do all the broadcasts. I heard from Raider Nation today, and I know a lot of it is negative, but I must say you're the only one that made the correlation between Jim Plunkett and Jimmy G.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Optimistic Omar. We
Hey,
love our
I tried.
optimistic Omar.
I tried. I got to make up for the end of last season because I was upset. I was heated. There wasn't a positive thing. There wasn't nothing positive. So now I'm digging for jewels in anything that happened. I'm like, I'm trying. I got to be positive. Hey, right now we can go 17-0. Pending on these defensive moves.
Yeah.
The less defensive we get, then I'm going to start scratching out some losses. I'm like, damn it. So, yeah, but I mean, that's for real. There's so many comparisons that to me just didn't even matter. You know what I mean? When because the first thing people start popping up, Carr versus Garoppolo, and, especially the wins and losses. To me, that's great. Trust me. We all want to win. It's great that Jimmy G has experience winning. He has been he's got a winning record. That stuff is all great, but it takes a whole team to do that. And the team that he did that with had, for the most part, a good defense. There was, however, a time when he first came onto the Niners, their defense wasn't that great, and he still played great. So I won't take that from him. But like I say, it was more so, too, because people were, I don't like the Patriots, y'all. Come on. The tuck rule is going to be an open wound forever. So I hate it, and I get it. We are, Jacoby Myers, he's from the Pats. We got a lot of people from the Pats, and I get that. But I wanted to remind people that there was one guy we also got from the Pats who we love. So I had to bring in Jim Plunkett, and just so happened one is Jimmy and one is Jim. So what are you gonna do?
There you go. Good evening to you as well, Chucky Stuggs. And this is a good comment, I think. The Patriots way only worked with TB12 in the weakest division in the league. That sheet ain't gonna work against Reed, Peyton, Staley, and more.
Maybe Staley. Look, I ain't afraid of Staley. Sean.
But I get his point. I hear what he's saying.
I definitely get it.
I hear what he's saying.
I definitely, especially without some defense. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even understand how Josh McDaniels himself doesn't realize that, dude, you were very successful because you always had a halfway decent defense. You know what I mean? Like, no one should understand that more than him. And he's got to get it together. He does. I mean, Bill Belichick still to this day keeps a decent defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have all kinds of offensive struggles, but that defense usually has been pretty consistent. So look, and when Brady left, look what he went and looked for. Tampa Bay had a decent defense. He was smart enough to say, hey, I'm good, but I don't know. I might not be that good without a decent defense. So I'm going to go here. So good point, though. Very good point.
Yeah.
We got our work cut out for us, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Raiders, we could talk about this all day long, but the Raiders are arguably in, the best conference in all of football, unfortunately, and it's just going to be, like we talked, it's just going to be an uphill battle. I mean, you really, to me, have to just focus on, at this point, how do you beat the Chiefs?
Yep.
Because they've proven to be what I don't follow them, but they were in the 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls, 2 of them. They're in your conference. At this point, try anything. Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it's not working, move on. You got to try something. They've got a formula that works.
Yep.
The Raiders don't yet. So how can you really be mad about a new formula when the last formula didn't work?
All right. I mean, and like I say, I can say so many reasons that scare me about McDaniels. And yes, I'm going to find some positive stuff throughout this whole offseason. But I remember when he was in Denver and you had success. You didn't have success with a mobile quarterback. And he went right for Tim Tebow, mobile quarterback. I was just like, Tim Tebow is the complete opposite of a Tom Brady.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think Jay Cutler was more closer to a Tom Brady than Tim Tebow. And so, I predicted the Garoppolo move. No surprises there. And I think it's a good move. I think it's a necessary move. I had lots of people think, oh, why we didn't get Lamar Jackson? Because that's all we would have had. We would have had Lamar Jackson. I would have been calling you guys up like, hey, let's sign up and play this defense, bro. Because that's all the money they would have had.
Yeah.
So this move right there, like we've been saying, is going to give us, should give him money. Draft you a quarterback. Let's see who his guy is. Maybe it's not this draft. I think you touched on that a couple shows ago about your guy from SC, and I was like, man, we will have to stink very badly to be in the Caleb race.
Yeah,
and I still hope we don't. Like, that's a painful season, unless we trade up to get him or do something like that, which is very possible. But
Omar, when is it not a painful season?
Yeah, I know, but I'm ready for a less painful season. Less pain, and I think everybody's that way.
We got to make sacrifices to fix a bottom 5 defense the last 20 years. As far as Jimmy G goes, he's just a bridge QB, and the real price QB will get in the draft. Hooker, your dude, Omar.
Yeah.
If you don't get one in the first.
Hooker, baby. No, that's it. We're not going to get one in the first. We're going to get Hooker in the second. Or if we get a little nervous, hopefully we trade down at the end of the first, somewhere towards the end of the first, grab some more picks and grab Hooker there and then go right back and address defense. But yes, hey, if y'all already know, if we draft Hooker, I'm on this show hooping and hollering. I'm getting my Hooker jersey. Everybody going to be in there. Everybody going to be in their Hooker jerseys. We all going to be out there hooking. I'm like, I love it. Man, that's what I'm not hoping for a reach because I do. I like Hendon Hooker. You know what I mean? I watched a little film on him. Of course, we see his stats. He's accurate. You know what I mean? To me, he's the second accurate behind CJ. You know what I mean? And I would be extremely happy with that, especially if we can hit on the first pick with a defensive guy and then grab him in the second. I think, that's the type of draft to me that is like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? Make a believer out of me if they can pull a draft like that.
Is your girl going to get a Hooker too?
Oh, hey, we twinning. We twinning, boo. We twinning out there. We out there twinning. She already
Omar,
knows.
So you're saying your girl can get a Hooker too?
Oh, hey, we twinning. We twinning. That's on. Shoot. Right after the draft, I'm ordering. I'm going to have receipts.
Hendon Hooker is so old. He hates Tom Brady's freshman year in high school.
Oh, man. Hey, let's hope that works in his favor, though. Let's hope we do draft him and he's mature, in there studying, that first in, last out mentality. He's got everything else, all the leadership skills, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's a little old there. He's long in the tooth already, but man, that was great.
Omar, why are you so into this guy anyway? You just like the name or what?
Well, no. It's all the stars are lining up. Number one, yes, name recognition, Las Vegas, and a
Hookers
superstar
in Vegas, okay,
with the last name Hooker. Come on, I'm like, man, I'm dreaming big for this guy. Shoot, matter of fact, I'm gonna start calling him. That's my cousin. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like I said, I think he's a good player. I didn't think, at 7. Even before the Panthers traded up, I didn't, I like CJ Stroud, and I was thinking Stroud is not going to be there. You know what I mean? In my mind, he will not make it to 7. And I was just thinking that, to me, Hooker is not, in my mind, playing in the SEC. Okay? You got a lot of good defenses out in the SEC. To me, it's probably one of the toughest divisions in college football. And to have success there, and then the way the draft is going, thinking CJ Stroud's not going to be there, it was it. And then, like I say, come on. It can't be more perfect than have a quarterback with the last name Hooker in Vegas. Come on.
There you go.
You're agreeing with me.
Hey, he's going to be, he says he's going to be 30 at the end of his rookie deal, and that's only if he redshirts his rookie season.
Hey, all he got to do is get on that Russell Wilson, Tom Brady diet. Come on, y'all. We know this already. You know, I mean, that's it now. I mean, right after his rookie deal, he'll have enough money for the chef and the nutritionist and all that stuff. The kid will play till he's 40. He'll be just like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. He'll play till 40.
Do we have Mia that wants to come in?
Don't worry. Uh-oh.
You know, we are the Tailgate of Raiders YouTube, and Mother Moon is always MIA, and that's why we called her Mia. She must have got lost out in the parking lot somewhere. What's good, Mother Moon?
Hey, what's up? I did get lost for a minute, so here I am. I don't know what I'm saying. So is the drinking word lateral? I'm not sure.
It's hooker. It's lateral.
It's hooker. It's lateral. Jacobs. It's Waller.
Jacobs. Jimmy G.
You know, I just popped in to listen to everybody. Great chats going on. And you know what? An optimistic. Oh, you see, your name. You weren't named that for no reason. It's been noticed.
You know, we're resetting.
Jimenez says.
Look,
Omar, you draft that hooker in the 3rd round.
Hey, the hooker movement. The hooker movement started here on For Life because I've been chanting hooker. I've been putting that in the universe for like what, couple months now.
Oh yeah. You've been wanting a hooker for a while.
We might have to do a reaction show if we don't draft him, so y'all can see my face. like if he doesn't get drafted, so y'all can just see me like just sink down and be like, damn it. You know,
Omar been wanting a hooker for a minute.
For a while.
Hey, you know, I'm like, hey, I think he's gonna be our guy. I think we'll be satisfied. You know, we'll see. You know, they might. Hey, Anthony Richardson, he could drop it down to us, and if they get him, I mean, you know. I'll get my AR-15 jersey, even though he doesn't like the nickname, but I don't care. I'll still get the AR-15.
I like it. It should just say AR-15, not like his name.
All right. I'm very skeptical of him because he doesn't like. How can you not like that nickname and be a Raider? Like, it just doesn't even sound right. But you know, whatever. You know.
But how can you not be, especially in the position he plays, a shooter? Pah. Like, how can you not like it's perfect?
He's watching too much news or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
He's trying to keep his image clean. Maybe it'll change when he's drafted. Now he's drafted and he's out there and he's feeling badass in the silver and black. If we go that route, you know.
You get a little. I agree with this. Alton Robinson, but only one draft pick for Waller, and it's number 100. Right. I was saying that earlier. Like, I'm not so much mad he gone. I'm kind of disappointed in what they got for him.
I mean, it's damn near a 4th round pick. Yeah, I mean, it's damn near a 4th. Right. Like, we couldn't have got a 3rd and a 7th or some shit, a 3rd and a 6th, you know, or a player in the 3rd. So, yeah, that was that kind of made it stung a bit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we only got a 3rd round.
It's kind of like they're more. Like, they must be really over him and his lack of play over the past 2 years to be like, basically just take him.
Lack of what play?
was there really a feud over leaking that wedding thing? Did he say some shit to McDaniels and McDaniels was like, yeah, fuck you, fool. All right. I'm serious. I read it. I'm thinking no. I heard McDaniels can't be that petty. So
Omar, he's like, besides the Raiders playing in deep Southern California like San Diego, I'm going to send your dude to the furthest part of the country besides Buffalo, New York. So you that far away, not so far only east, but so far north.
Right, like, hey,
the furthest you could possibly go. I'm sending you there. Good luck.
Congratulations on your wedding. I know you and your wife live in Vegas. She plays in Vegas, but you're going to New York.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a great honeymoon year.
That's what I'm like.
One over here, one over there.
I'm like, is McDummy that petty? I don't know. Maybe I've heard.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Wait. There's a quote here. He says, I think this is a quote from AR-15. It is important to me that my name and brand are no longer associated with the assault rifle that has been used in mass shootings, which I do not condone in any way or form. Listen, no, I don't think anyone condones mass shootings, and I respect his opinion. You know, but I mean, Not to be
you know,
cliche,
I have to
but an
agree with that.
AR-15 is not the one killing people. You know, like
Thank you. And there's been other mass shootings with multiple
other
different
types.
rifles, handguns. All of that stuff is bad. Mass shootings are bad. Nobody called him a mass killer. Nobody said, "Oh, AR mass shooter." No, they called you an AR-15, man. Calm down, bruh. I mean,
but I get it. I get it. You know, you want to be that kind of represent yourself in a light where maybe the families or the children have been,
maybe, but listen, those kind of weapons are protect our country, protect our freedom. It could be spun in a positive way too. Like he's choosing to look at it in this negative form, and as if that's the only weapon that's ever been used in a mass shooting. But to each, you know what? I respect whatever.
But I get both sides. But yeah, it is kind of a great name.
I get both sides, but to me, he's making this in a way where anyone who uses an AR-15 could potentially be a bad person. Anyone who uses one, they're only used for bad things like mass shootings. It's all perspective.
I mean, like I say, he's making pretty much a political statement. Like
right here,
and then he makes it into my brand, and then he doesn't want to get canceled. I get all of that, but I'm sorry, dude. You're a football player, bro. Your game will elevate you above all of that. It will. Sponsors, they're not going to care unless you say something that makes people care. If you say things that are insensitive, then guess what? Yeah, you're going to hurt your brand. A nickname that was given to you, a nickname that if your fans embrace for you, that's not going to hurt your brand. Because trust me, if you don't come and play well, you ain't going to have to worry about any of the above.
But everyone uses that too. That's such a generic thing. AR-15 we associate with the gun. There's TB-12. There's CP3. Every athlete is initials and number. And guess what? If you really don't want to be called that, change your number.
I mean,
change your number.
I just thought that was
AR-9. You could be AR-9.
I don't think someone told him that, you know what, you're going to politicize this more than it probably ever will be. And like I say, we all know how this thing goes. You play well, people are going to love you. Sponsors are going to give you money. It's plain and simple, So in my mind, everything he was saying don't need to be said because in this league, come on, in the NFL, we seen guys with worse than a nickname called AR-15 get paid and get sponsors and all that stuff. So, it is what it is, though.
We've seen guys actually use AR-15s.
All right.
Hey, so what do you think about, let's say, hookers? He's going to have a bunch of representing him. He's going to have little hookers by his side.
Well, he can't change his name. Well, he could.
Right. Well, he could.
He could Ocho Cinco. He could Ocho Cinco.
Exactly. He tried to put Ocho Cinco on his back, and the NFL was like, it has to be your legal name. He's like, I'm going to go change it then.
Yeah.
I'll take that shit hella personal with some shit like that happen. Like, you changing what? I'm going to get my hooker jersey for this dude change his name. I have to do him like I would do Richardson if we drafted him. I'm still getting the AR-15 jersey if we draft your ass. Sorry, not sorry, but yeah. So one of my boys up in here, he's talking about he's still pissed off. Man, sorry, dog.
Tell us why, Robert. Call in, Robert. Tell us why. Let me put the number
in the
up.
chats, Rob. Call in. I think he's at work, but call in, man.
No, he said he just got off.
Let's talk about it.
What's good, Auntie Margaret Mace? What's good?
Whoa, see? My guy, Fish and Game. AR-15 is American as apple pie. There you go. I like that. I stand by that statement.
Robert, tell us why you pissed. You mad about Jimmy G? You mad about Waller? You mad about what? Tell us.
Everything.
Everything.
Like everything.
It's been a good discussion, though. Maybe we'll go back on tomorrow because we're in overtime here. I know we're gonna wrap soon, but maybe we'll come back on tomorrow because your comments have been great. We want more people to call in if you want to call in.
Definitely.
So it's an ongoing discussion. And hey, but in 24 hours, who knows what else could happen?
This is true.
All right.
Yeah. So
there's going to be more
when we're on.
Oh, there's going to be more for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
100.
So,
yeah, it's not done. We are not done.
Definitely. It's only begun.
But if you're in the neighborhood, right? Las Vegas is having their tent sale.
Oh, yeah, tent sale. Friday through Sunday from 10 to 5 at Allegiant Stadium in the parking lot. Go pick up your Carr jersey. Go pick up your Waller jersey, half off. Go pick up your Jacobs jersey, half off. I'm just messing around. Right. No, but really.
We'll be out there interviewing. So if you see us out there, step on up and tell us what you really think.
So he's unhappy about Bo. He said Jimmy G and a third-round pick for Waller, some BS.
Yeah.
More the latter for me. I think Waller
should have got a little more.
Tent sale, man. Go get your Carr jersey half off. By the way, Carr jersey half off at this point. They should be like 90% off at this point. Okay,
right.
They might be at the tent sale.
Maybe
they might be giving them away.
Tell them I'm holding out for a hooker jersey.
We know. She's holding out for a hooker.
If I don't get my hooker,
that's a dope jersey. I got the blackout Jacobs. I like the blackout jerseys. And I like Jacobs. I hope they keep them.
Me too.
What's the call-in number? It's right there on the screen. 510-394-4409. If you want to call in now because we are going to wrap soon. We're going to give you a couple minutes.
Speak on it. No wrong answers.
And again, maybe we'll come on again, tomorrow night because, like I said, there's been a lot of good conversation, a lot of good comments. And I know we want to hear from you.
And there's going to be more moves. There will be more moves.
A lot more moves.
Oh, yeah. So,
like you said earlier, one of you said that, everyone has their limit. What is getting them angry or passionate about what's happening right now? Yeah, our limit was 10 years ago, but still.
Yeah, good point. No one was giving more than third-round Waller because his ass don't play. That's true. Yeah, I didn't quote you. You didn't say that, but you basically did. And right here, by the way, oh my gosh, that profile pic is amazing.
Wow.
Love it.
But the Raiders are trash. Now, I want to know, hey, your opinion's your opinion, but are you a Raiders fan? Yeah, are you a Raiders fan or are you not a Raiders fan? That's what I'm wondering.
That sounds like a sheep in wolves clothing kind of comment.
It might be. Right?
Hey, we take non-Raider fans on the show too, but
What's
we do
good?
like
you
to
are live.
We do try to
Hello, greetings, what's up? My name is Pedro from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've been a Raider fan for a good minute, and first off, I really appreciate your content. I think it's awesome. I really dig your guys' vibe, your energy. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So thank y'all for everything that you do and all the hard work you put into this shit. I know it ain't easy. Sorry for cursing. I don't know if it's allowed or not, but.
No, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, and shout out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. My family's actually from there. Part of my family.
Yes, we have our NT.
Yeah.
So, can I say this, caller, real quick? The family's from the original Las Vegas, New Mexico. That always has to be said.
Hell yeah.
You know about that then?
He's from Albuquerque. Well,
yes. Everybody knows the original Las Vegas, New Mexico.
So tell us, what do you think? What are your thoughts on these Raider moves?
I'm actually pretty excited. I'm obviously optimistic, but I'm like, hey, I'm cool with it. Finally, we're doing something different. We're not having to stick with the same dude. I'm not into that dude. After 2017, 2018, I'm like, okay, I'm over this fucker. Let's just move the fuck on already. But I'm happy that we finally moved on and we're actually making moves that make sense. We're being financially responsible, and I'm actually trusting the front office. I don't know why the hell people are being prisoners of the moment. Like, shit's going to be fine. Remember when people were freaking out last year? Oh, what the fuck is the Raiders doing? And then we traded for Devontae and everything was all fucking Gucci, copacetic, People are freaking emotional. Like, I love this team to death, and I'm trying to learn. Don't let sports teams fuck with your happiness, people. It's not good. It's not bueno. Like, it's good to obsess about sports, but don't overdo it if you can, and just don't be a prisoner of the moment. Let's just stop fucking fighting. Like, I'm sick and tired of the Civil War shit. I'm like, hey, like, agree to disagree. That's how it should always be.
No, we agree, and we try to do that on this show. We try to hear everyone's opinion and hear them out. There's no right answer. We all have our feelings, and it's all good.
Hell yeah, exactly, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the dude, but I'm like, hey, whatever. If it's someone else does, that's their prerogative. That's their business, and I'm over him though. I'm sick and tired of these people threatening to leave. I'm like, you were never really a fan of the team if you're threatening to leave the team. Like, what the fuck? It just trips me out. Like, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan, so I know loyalty. I know shitty times. My team, before we got Kevin Durant, we fucking 11 years of nothing. We didn't make the postseason. We didn't do anything. We were bottom dwellers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm right or die with all my teams, especially the Raiders. And I just love the history. I love how progressive we were as a franchise. First female CEO. Happy belated International Women's Day, by the way, ladies.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is my thought: who people that threaten to do things, they're not gonna do shit. Because if you're gonna do something, you're not gonna threaten to do it. You're just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna leave, then go. Nobody cares. If you gotta threaten to do it, you just want attention.
Exactly. And it's just a bunch of fucking internet tough people, like I live in the hood. I know it. Like I don't fuck with people, but I keep to myself. But I'm like, hey, I don't mess with anybody because I'm like, hey, I know that life that's them. I'm leaving them doing what they got to do. I'm not never gonna disrespect anybody just to disrespect them. And it's just asking. Like I gave you love and you care about like a significant, but it's about the shield. It's about the shield. It's the silver and black. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Come and players go, but that logo, that franchise, our franchise is forever. It really is.
Yeah, can I make a comment on that? Because Mother Moon and I were talking about this earlier today. We got a lot of hate because we were upset that they left Oakland. And that's our home. So we had a certain feeling. It doesn't mean we're not fans anymore, but then people would always tell us that it's about the shield. It's not about where they play, who's on the team, da 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 da. So now I find it super ironic that all this stuff is going down and people aren't pleased with it. That now it's okay for them to be upset, but our feelings weren't warranted. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
So.
No, I'm not from Oakland, but I feel for those fans. I always wanted to go and check out a tailgate over there. I've heard they're like legendary. There's stuff of legends,
We are legendary in Oakland.
Man. It was the dump, but it was our dump, damn it. No, but it's cool, and I felt a lot, and I still feel a lot of love and respect for all my Oakland area fans. Fuck all the ones that flip over to that San Francisco side. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, y'all were never really fans anyway.
Oh no, that's never happening. Honestly, for me, I'm just, if I ever decide that I'm over it, I'm just not even gonna be a fan. I'm not gonna jump ships.
Exactly, and that's but yeah, everybody that Oakland fans, it was their team. It was part of their community, part of their identity. Like our team is always going to be the Raiders, but yeah, that was our main home for the longest time. And then the fact that Oakland took them back after all the shit that went down in LA and then Irwindale and all that other shit, it's like it's always going to be home no matter what, And it's like, even though I'm sure a lot of fans came around, and then a lot of Oakland fans came around and were like, hey, we love our new stadium. The Death Star is pretty sweet, but it's not the same, and it never will be,
Right.
So just respect the history and then respect the perspective of everybody, because we're each part of the land, the Raider Familia, and we all have a claim on this team. We have a stake in this team for the most part, and then we love and support this team unconditionally, and our viewpoints of the team, even the people that are disagreeing or whatever, just be respectful about it, I'm just sick and tired. That's why I hated Derek Carr the most, because that dude was such a divisive. He was divisive as hell. It's like, damn. Bad enough I got to deal with negativity and then shit in real life, or just politics or parlor tricks, all that other shit. Nah. Sports is supposed to be a haven for everybody. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter what you believe. None of that shit. We're all fans of the team. We're all fans of the team, and I hate how a lot of these fucking other entities keep trying to fuck with sports. I'm like, nah, just leave it alone. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm like an old soul. Like I believe that it's great to unite everybody. Especially with sports. Like that's beautiful. Because people are happy. They're like, hey, like fuck, their team's kicking ass. Like doesn't matter. Like the friends do like the next day or whatever the fuck. Like any financial like Bob Marley said, don't worry, be happy now.
There you go. The new mantra.
Seriously.
Oh, appreciate your call.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate you so much. And thank you for your point of view. And thanks for watching.
And we love New Mexico. Land of
Yeah, we love New Mexico. Shout out to New Mexico.
For sure.
All right. Good night.
All righty. All right, BJ, get your ass on in here and call that number.
Call that
Spicy,
number.
put that number up so BJ can get some things off his chest.
I know. I'm kind of. Should I be excited about this?
He's like, man, he was hitting me up. He said I was spin. He said I put some spin on Jimmy Garoppolo because he wanted to be mad about it, and so I was just like, nah, man, I wasn't mad about it. So I guess he called me the spin doctor. I'm like, ain't that about something? I'm a regular newscaster now.
While we're here, yeah. Let's see. We're waiting for you.
I was reading in the chats. I guess somebody was saying that here we go. Jimmy G's was saying that it's 99.9% the A's are leaving. I haven't been keeping up with this news. Likely this will be their last year in Oakland.
It is 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, so I heard they had the spot all picked out in Vegas, and Vegas was the only place they even looked. They had permission to look a lot of places. They were like, nah, right here.
Not
look, listen, and that I don't want them to leave Oakland at all. I don't like it even a little bit. But I will say this: if they are going to leave, I don't want them to go to Texas or somewhere. I guess it might as well be Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't want to say.
I hope they changed their colors though to like silver and black.
So that's good. You are live. Who we got on the phone?
It's Bobby Jones.
Hey, Bobby Jones in the house.
Right. Omar's little brother.
Omar's little brother. What you got for us, Omar's little brother? I feel the passion behind your voice already. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I'm hot. No, Jimmy G, first of all, is not going to win the championship next year. Trading Darren Waller for a third-round pick is some BS. And then getting Jacoby Meyer for $33 million? Hell no. What the hell are we doing?
I like the Jacoby pick.
Like, if we're not winning, I'm a diehard Raider fan, going back to 88. Well, before 88. I went to Bo Jackson's last football game.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, I was at the game. Okay, so I'm a long-suffering Raider fan. As far as all my teams, Raiders and Lakers are my two teams. And then to see the constant year after year, not drafting right, not playing well, firing coaches, all this stuff. That sign last year, that the last game is we deserve better. As the Raider Nation, we deserve better.
That's sure.
My opinion. We deserve better. We're the most loyal fan base in the country. The most loyal fan base in the country.
Facts.
And we deserve that. We come out to every game. We support this team. We travel with them wherever they're in Oakland, LA, if they're going to be in Carson, if they're going to be in Irwindale, if they're going to be in Inglewood at one point, if they're now in Vegas. If they're going to move to San Antonio at one point, I was going to be in San Antonio watching them. Okay, so that don't matter to me where they at. It's my Raiders. But as a fan, I want to win championships. And maybe that's because I'm a Laker fan and I'm used to winning championships, or I expect championships every year. And if we're not winning championships, then what the hell are we doing?
Right. Yeah. So you're not. You're an LA guy.
Oh, I'm LA through and through.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. It's a good point. It's like
now, but
we're all hurting for some dubs.
yeah,
Yes,
listen. People are trying. People say, "Oh, Raiders 3-time Super Bowl champion," blah blah blah. That's being. Oh, the Chargers have none. That's a less and less impressive record, if you will, winning percentage every single year. Especially when you look at someone like the Chiefs, who have 2 in the past 4 years. And the Raiders have 3 all time, and the Chiefs aren't even done yet.
Unfortunately.
Look, if you don't have a top 10 quarterback, like we're going to get rid of Derek Carr. I understand Derek Carr wasn't a quarterback for us. I get that, but if we're not getting a top 10 quarterback, if we're going to get rid of Derek Carr, why bring in Jimmy G to get the exact same damn thing just because he's cheaper?
Yes.
Yes. Omar says yes.
I'm all yes. He's cheaper.
Lateral movement cheaper.
With that money.
Spend the money elsewhere.
Oh man. I mean, hey, BJ, brother, I feel your pain, but just to address a few things. Yeah, like I say, on the field, Jimmy G is a lateral move. Off the field, his contract though gives us the ability to do a lot more because we're not. Even with Carr, without fixing this defense, we weren't going anywhere, man. You know what I mean? Not in this system. You know what I mean? And then to, I guess, your next point about Jacoby Myers. Well, just to put it into perspective, Devontae Adams' contract is 5 years, $140 million. We gave Jacoby Myers 3 years, 30-something million, about $11 million a year for a number 2 receiver. That's pretty on par, man. I mean, and like I say, he's 6'2", catches. I mean, I might lose my guy Mac Hollins over this, but I'm not mad with that pick. I think Jacoby Myers is going to can do pretty good. He's been in the system. He knows all the terminology, so he's a plug and play. Like I say, I think McDaniels is trying to take away. Hey, he's taking away all excuses. We're all going to be able to look at this whole offseason, see everything. This is all McDaniels stamped, signed, sealed, approved. Hopefully, we all know. You look at Herbert, you look at Mahomes. If we don't get a young quarterback for this team, we ain't going to have a future. And Carr was not going to be the guy to mentor a young guy. He just wasn't. I think me and Spicy talked about that a couple of shows ago, that his ego is just too much for him to be that. He would never say that. He's not going to be like Tannehill and get on the podium. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do one of those. But I don't think, if you look at what Jimmy G did, he stepped back and then stepped right back in. He total team guy. So like I say, I think it's a good move. I think it's an upgrade, not based on, like I say, him versus Carr on the field, but just everything that his contract and everything is going to bring to the table. And then hopefully we nail that quarterback pick in this draft. Did you get that, bro?
If we're going to go that route, why get rid of Waller for a 3rd round pick and then sign Jacoby Meyer when you've got other studs out there that could be number 2?
Well,
get for the same price.
The tight end, like I say, tight ends are deep in this draft. Jacoby Myers is a wide receiver. He is not a tight end. We will have to get somebody to replace.
I understand that. I'm just saying, Jacoby Myers. There's not going to be a lot of respect on him. There's not going to be a lot of respect. They're still going to double Devontae. I don't know. I don't get it. Just because we're just trying to be Patriots West. I'm not trying to be that. I hate the Patriots.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
I think I addressed that earlier in the show, my feelings on that. I get the sentiment, but I do think, like I say, I look at old guy in Houston right now. He's a new coach there. He's bringing over lots of Niners. He's already signed, I think, 2 49ers to come on over there. I think that's kind of part of the deal. Coaches are going to they got all this experience with these players. They're going to lean towards them and want to bring them in. So that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like if this was any other team, we wouldn't have this conversation. If we had a coach from somewhere else and he was bringing in a lot of players, I think Raider Nation would be a lot more easy on it just because of the open wound from the tuck rule and, the hatred for the Patriots over the year. But like I mentioned earlier, hey, don't forget our guy Jim Plunkett started out with the Patriots as well. We love him. He brought home the trophy a couple of times. So, it is what it is. I don't like it either, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Because if they start winning for us, like I say, that's gonna heal all of that right there. I won't be calling him McDummy. I'll be finally McDaniels, but he's got to earn it.
I already know me and you are going to be going to like 2 or 3 games, right?
Oh, for sure, man. I hope
if we have another experience like we did in Tennessee, I'll be
honest. Hey, it wasn't as bad as New Orleans. Jesus Christ, we better not have another one.
We're just comparing bad to bad now.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We're gonna get some dubs. I'm gonna put that in the universe right now.
Some dubs. Okay. You got some dubs last season, Omar. All of 6 of them.
Well, my some dubs is more than 6. There we go. Oh, man. BJ, thanks for calling in, brother, man.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So much. I love it. I love all the reactions. I love the opinions. Remember, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button. You can also hit that super chat button if you want to support the channel. But thank you all for supporting and being here. I'll hang on a little longer. Omar, I know you started earlier, Mother Moon, whatever. If you want to bounce, I'm going to read through some of these comments. Stay as long as you want.
No, I'm good for now. Yeah, some great comments. Let's go through those.
Yeah, let's do it. DB says, we were 6-11 last year. What is everyone crying about? That's what I said, DB. That's exactly what I said. You can't get any worse than this. If they turn out to be 6, like, people are mad about dismantling a 6-11 team, like they dismantled the team that was like hoisting the Lombardi Trophy over their head or something. You know what I mean? This is a team that can't even make the playoffs, and you mad about dismantling it. I get you. I'm with you. Oh. Alpha Omega Forever. Jimmy gonna hurt his G-spot. Oh, snap. Out for the season. Oh, my goodness.
That's why I've got my fingers crossed that we're going to pick up Jacoby Brissett because we're going to need some G-spot insurance.
Oh, my gosh. Cool Kev, what's good? Salute to you as well.
Cool Kev?
Robert Munoz Jr. Waller has been injured for the past 2 seasons. The best ability is availability. We won and lost games with him being absent. Yeah. Foster stepped up. That's true. But we needed him. Plus, Waller couldn't, ... Listen, same thing. I said the same thing. You didn't play. You didn't show up. You got traded.
Right.
You faked an injury or not. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Are we going to sign Foster?
It just seemed like.
You got to play once in a while. Stay on the team.
Craven says Jacob is going in the slot. Oh, Jacoby is going in the slot. Dorsett is number 2 speed. People don't want Patriots West, but they won Super Bowls. Get over it.
Yep. That's what we're saying. If it works, it works.
It works, it works. We got to trust in the process, I guess, at this point, right?
Trust in the process.
Alpha and Omega Forever says making downgrades. All right, we asked this question earlier. He thinks it's a downgrade. Yep. We think it's a lateral move on the field. Like Omar says, off the field, it might be more than that because we saving the dollars.
Yep.
I feel a number 7 pick gonna be defense. Yes. What do you think about that, Omar?
I hope so. Like I say, and get my guy Hooker in the second. So I'm definitely hoping so. You know,
Omar want his Hooker.
I know.
Get this man a hooker.
Man. You guys will be thanking me if we pick him up.
On a side note, Taylor Swift raps better than Waller.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe being on the East Coast can help. You know, there was always that East Coast, West Coast, rap thing. So now he's on the East Coast. Maybe he'll add a little bit more, some East Coast flavor and bam. You know what I mean?
All right. It's probably a biased opinion, but I prefer West Coast rap. So if he can't bang it on the West,
not gonna make it on the East either.
Yeah, no, I think I heard one Waller song and I was like, wow, he needs some intensive rap therapy. Jeez.
Oh yeah, you heard a whole song?
I mean, I don't even know if I made it through the whole song, but I saw it and I was just like, oh man, keep balling,
Omar,
bro.
I don't
Keep
mean
your
to put
day
you
job.
on the spot. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
You
But
always
you
put me
could
on the spot.
you could claim the fifth if you want. But right here, if we go defense at 7, who you want?
Who do I want? That's a damn good question. I would love one of those DNs. I don't think either one of them, with the way that, what is his name? Jalen Carter, I believe, with his off-field stuff, he could slide to us, and those 2 top DNs could be gone. And I'll take them. I would.
Yeah.
I would roll the dice on Carter. That defensive tackle is such a need for us too. So if he
Jalen
slides,
Carter.
catch him. Yep,
Jalen
I
Carter out of
would.
Georgia. Mad Max needs that bookend. Always has.
Oh.
Yep, like I said, but I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, no, I would not be mad. I'd actually be happy.
Mm-hmm.
We've been looking for that bookend for a while now.
Yeah, for a while now. I don't care who it is, as long as it matches.
DB, you better stop. You better stop. Darren Waller and Arnett dropping a double album.
That's just wrong.
We got the next Biggie Tupac in the house right here, Waller and Arnett.
Know
Arnett got no problem with the AR-15.
I heard a Waller song and I thought I had a chance. I'm like, shit. Oh, you need to get in the booth.
Right? Likewise. I'm like, I'm gonna be a Raider rapper now.
Right?
So,
I got
that mix.
Spit a little something else, Spicy.
Right? Shoot. Hey, I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think there has been any women like Raider rappers. Why not? I can't do any worse. I really can't.
There you go.
Let's
what
see.
else we got?
JGPD. Interesting. The Patriots always save money, never sign huge contracts, and as of now, the greatest NFL dynasty ever. Can't say losers, only do it. Jimmy G, PD, let me ask you. I hear you. Thank you for watching. Are you a Raiders fan? Or are you like a Jimmy G fan? I'm not mad at either one. I'm just curious. The background of are you like a 49ers guy? Or are you a Jimmy G guy? Are you a Raiders guy? Just curious. I just want to know. Because I'm just picking up on little cues in the comments here. Not mad either way. I'm just asking. I like to know my audience. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking he's Jimmy G.
Oh, I am here for this. Sorry, go ahead, Mother Moon. I got excited for a minute.
Maybe he's a twin.
Maybe. I got excited for a minute, and I am here for this.
Don't be surprised if Gronk ends up on the roster.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
There is not enough icy hot, ibuprofen, and other painkillers to keep Gronk upright.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I'm going to say that's not going to happen.
All right, Jimmy G. Point double. I've been a Raiders ticket holder for 21 years. This is a troll name. It's all good. I love your comments. Like I said, I just like to know my audience. It's all good. No hating over here. Joey says, now Waller got traded because he's injured too much. Yep, he don't play.
Yeah.
Fake injured too much.
You can't be on the team enough to just allegedly.
Allegedly, supposedly injured. Just a little bit.
Why show up if you're not going to play?
Mother Moon, you want to go MIA for a little bit? Because I'm almost out of my drink.
I got a job to do.
Guys, I'm going to check out. Everybody have a good night. It has been fun. I will catch you guys next week.
All right, Omar.
Yeah.
We'll see you. We're going to stay on here just a little bit longer. We're going to let you, if you want to call in. There's a number, 510-394-4409. Hit us in the chat. Let us know what you want to talk about. Let me hear your opinion on all of the off-season fireworks, as they say. I'm back. Hey, thanks for coming back, Robert. We appreciate you. Alpha and Omega says, Josh just couldn't keep his mouth shut. Spoiled Waller's wedding announcement and traded him away. Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy, right? Like, what kind of coach does that? Apparently, oh yeah, he wasn't invited to maybe he wasn't invited to the wedding, Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he wasn't invited. Anyway, let's see here. Vic reached so far that he probably broke his arm. Yeah, maybe, perhaps. I really believe Renfro is next. Shaking my head. Yeah, I agree. I think Renfro's probably going to go. I would rather see Jacob stay, to be honest, if there has to be one or the other. I don't know if we're comparing one to the other or anything like that, but I'd love to see Jacob stay. I didn't live in Oakland, but yeah, I agree. Thank you for that. Yeah, Oakland's where it's at. Oakland is where it's at. If you don't respect Oakland and the Raiders coming from Oakland, that's a whole nother conversation we can have. But you got to respect where the Raiders came from for sure. Good move, Jimmy Porn, because Oakland is getting crazy. Oakland is kind of getting crazy. It's actually kind of a little bit sad, but it's all good. Jimmy might get hurt with all those hookers in Vegas. He gonna get hooked by hookers? Oh my goodness! I was thinking he'd get hurt on the field, but maybe he might get hooked by hookers. Troll ? Jimmy is Tay's twin. You Devontae twin? Oh snap! Shoot, how you doing? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I kid. Thank you very much. Yeah, so give us a call. The number again, 510-394-4409. Cool Kev, what's good? You want a D tackle, linebacker, or cornerback with the 7 pick? I say D tackle. D tackle, defensive end. Mad Max has, in my opinion, has needed that bookend for a long time. Mad Max is the dude. I love the way he plays. I love his spirit. I love his mentality. I love his work ethic. Yeah, he needs help. He needs help. I get the other guys could help too, but I'm really wanting him to get that bookend because then there's no stopping him, in my opinion. Mother Moon's back.
I'm back.
DB says, oh, where are we? DB says Darren Waller doesn't block. True, because he probably doesn't want to get injured again. His hip hurts a little bit.
No, it's baby toe.
Baby toe. All right, fair enough. But let's see. Y'all coming to Arlington for TNBC's 6th anniversary bash and BBQ. We are not. Hey, but if you're going to be there, we're happy to go live with you. If you want to go live, we can go live with you. If you want to represent, it's all good.
Sounds good.
Robert says, I remember my roots. I'm an Oak Las Vegas Raider. There you go. He representing everybody. Where are you from, though, originally? Which one? We from Oakland. We always represent Oakland in here. Definitely. We represent Raiders for sure, but we originate from Oakland. Jimmy G says, I still spend a lot. I know it's Jimmy G's porn double. I meant to say, I still spend a lot of time there, but they will likely be my last summer in Oakland with the A's leaving. Hey, by the way, if you are going to be in Oakland, we are going to have a tailgate party on March 30th. It's a random Thursday night game, which is super weird. I think it happened to us last year, so it might be hard to make it. But we're going to try to do a tailgate in the parking lot like we used to do for the Raiders. So come through, everybody. Come through. That's right, Town Biz. That's right. Sharif, give us a call. I want to hear your opinion. We've been taking some callers. We're about to wrap soon, but if you want to call in, 510-394-4409, because I know you always got something fun to say. Let us know what's good. San Antonio, Texas, in the Black Hole Booster Club here in town. There you go. I hung out with your president on Pro Bowl weekend. They were out here. I think it was president and vice president. So it was a good time with them, most definitely. Sharif says, Jimmy can do what Geno Smith did. Okay, you hell him. Remember, light that torch, hit that like button. What do y'all think about the Jimmy G signing? Here's our thoughts again. My thought on it is I think it's a lateral move on the field, but also you can't get any worse than 6-11, right? Y'all can't get any worse than 6-11. If he can win 6 games, I'm happy. If he can make the playoffs, I'm even happier. And if he can do all of that and we can spend less money than we spent on Carr, then I'm cool with that too.
Right.
You know,
right.
what's happening right now with the Raiders is not working. Okay, 9 years under Carr, 2 playoff appearances, 0 playoff wins. That's not exactly, you know, like a glowing resume. Jimmy G actually has a winning record. He wins 75% of his games, and he comes at a cheaper price tag. So if we could make a move for the playoffs, or even not,
If we can win 7 games,
it's a build. Then build.
It's
Get
an
some
improvement.
defense. Get something. I'm not mad at it. I don't love it. I'm not mad at it. I'm trusting in the process right now. I'm hoping Jimmy G can come out. You know, he's good in the red zone. Maybe now that there's some money freed up, we can get a DE on the other side of Mad Max. Maybe we can get some players that we can actually make some moves on. And let it ride. I said let it ride. Mother Moon?
No, I agree. Bring it on. If you can bring us 7 games, that's a win.
Well, I want more than that, but
Well,
I get
but
what you're saying.
Improvement.
I get what you're saying.
I thought they would choose him. I don't like him coming over from a red team because I think the 49ers fans will follow. You know, because I think some of our Carr fans are going to follow Carr still and represent another stadium and have his jersey. So I'm not feeling that. We have to start blacking out our stadium here.
Yep. Yep. Hey, listen. The Saints saw Derek Carr play against them and not perform very well, and still decided to sign him. He's in like one of the weakest divisions, the conference is in all of the league. He'll probably do well. So go there in a weak division and succeed. Good for you. I'm not even mad if he succeeds in that weak division. But we're not in a weak division. The Raiders are not in the weak division. The division the Raiders are in are against the best quarterback in the league. We have to compete with them. Okay? We have to compete with Mahomes, Reed, and Kelsey all on one team. We have to compete, with Justin Herbert doing well, finishing second place, making a playoff in his second year. Okay, those are the things we are competing with. That's important. So DC, go succeed over there. And all the people go, see, DC's awesome. He made the playoffs. The Buccaneers in the same division made a playoffs with a losing record. So make the playoffs with the losing record. That's not going to get you far in the actual playoffs or take you to a Super Bowl. Tom Brady went out. He made the playoffs with a losing record and bounced. It doesn't matter. We got to look at what we're looking at, what's in front of us. And what's in front of us, unfortunately, is the best in the league. And 6-11 is never going to fucking cut it, okay?
Never.
Ever.
But
let's go on. I know there's probably a lot of comments. I just spoke for a little while there. Looks like there's going to be a lot of tailgating and twerking by Spicy since our upcoming season might not be a success. Oh, my gosh. You guys don't act like you know me. But you're right. Yes, this is to all the Oakland teams. Cat Daddy, so sad we're losing all of our teams. I agree. I am not excited about it at all. And even though the Warriors are close in San Francisco, that's still a loss for Oakland. Unfortunately, the A's will be next. I don't want to talk about it. Puts me in a mood.
Bring it back.
I'll be there. I'm at every Oakland A's game. All right, then we'll see you out there. A-Lot.
Be there.
Get out there. We'll see you there. I'm originally from Oakland. My heart will always be there. Share Bear, for sure. Sharif says 702 winning percentage, knows the system. Cat Daddy, I think we go 9-8. I already sim the season in Madden. I'm not sure what that last part means, but hey, 9-8, that's an improvement for sure. Raiders pay a mediocre QB $22 million and a mediocre quarterback $40 million. That's why I think it's a win. Honestly, it's a lateral move, and you save basically 50%. And then you know why that quarterback's going to be better? That mediocre quarterback's going to be better than the other mediocre quarterback, because that $20 million can go to making the team better.
Yes.
And that's what's going to make
and get in the defense as we need. Yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Robert Munoz says, at the end of this month, I'll finally be a member of the Black Hole. Finally. Well, congratulations to you. Which one? Did I miss this in the comments?
I didn't
Black Hole? Which black hole will you be a member of? They're all great, but that's amazing. Jason Raider, Jason. I like that. You see the spin on words there? The play on words there? Jason. I like it. Everybody seems to be complaining. How worse can we get? That's my point. It can't get worse. Okay, so it can get worse. Someone will argue and say it can get worse. Instead of 6-11, we can go 5-12. Technically, the record's worse, but you're not making the playoffs, so it's not worse. Y'all still suck. Y'all either suck or you don't suck. It's not worse to me. That's not worse to me. Jimmy ain't going nowhere with that O-line poor pass block. Okay. This is a point that hasn't been brought up, and I appreciate you bringing it up. The O-line certainly needs to improve. But this is what I think about the O-line. Okay. With more money freed up, they have the potential to make the O-line better. Also, Jimmy G he doesn't play scared like Carr does. So even though the O-line it might be poor, he might be able to make some things happen. In my opinion, Carr just threw it away too soon. It's not there. I don't want to get hit. Throw it away.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, I feel like could make some stuff happen. So I think in that point, there's the difference. Alpha and Omega forever. 0-11. We boycotting in front of headquarters until Mark Davis comes outside. If they go 0-11, I'm with how? Forget 0-11. I'm with you if they go losing record.
5, yeah.
Losing record. I'm with you if they go losing record. Hey, I know eggs are expensive, but I'll come through. I didn't say that. I didn't mean it. I take it back. I'm just bringing them for breakfast. I'm making breakfast burritos while we protest. That's all I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson are too expensive for all the holes we have to fill. Jimmy will get work. Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is a wrap. And he's so there's no longevity there. I mean, you can go with Aaron Rodgers and draft somebody, but at the price he wants, he's not worth it. And I think Lamar Jackson is staying put. So I don't think he's going anywhere. Especially not to the Raiders at this point, because Jimmy G is not going to play backup. He thinks he's the man now. Well, and Lamar Jackson's certainly not going to come and play backup. So that's a wash.
I would have liked to have Stidham stay and maybe Jimmy G give him a little training. Get that, the guy that's been there for a while, and Stidham could have maybe came through a little bit, been a little more confident. And
no, I think Stidham would have been a great backup. I'm not sure the thought process of releasing him. I thought he did a good job against the Chiefs or against the 49ers. Not so good against the Chiefs. Right. But as a backup, he knows the playbook. I think they should have kept him. I don't know who the backup's going to be now. I guess, hey, it's worse than not knowing who the actual quarterback will be. Rodgers and Jackson are divas, in my opinion. You may be right. It doesn't matter. Neither one of them are going to be a Raider. Facts are facts. What can we say here? Jimmy knows the system better than anyone available. Maybe true. This has been ringing in everyone's ear. Accident prone, made of glass, can't make it through the season. Well, it's true. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. With that said, I mean, get him some protection. Yeah. They say Carr is the best QB in that division right now. Yeah, he is. But who gives a shit? They have a division that doesn't even support a winning record. So you're going to be good for you. You're the best quarterback in a division that has teams that don't even have a winning record. So you're the best loser? A show like that, The Biggest Loser?
There is a show like that. Oh,
okay.
Come back, Spicy.
All right, I'm here. Watch Jimmy G take us to the playoffs. Hey, I think he might. I think he could. He has as good of a chance as Carr
I hope
did.
he does. That's what we want.
I hope he does too. We're Raiders fans here. We want to make the playoffs. And if anybody's rooting against that, y'all got some issues.
You got to go.
If anyone's rooting against Jimmy G to not make the playoffs because you're a Carr fan, go buy a motherfucking Saints jersey.
Ooh, drop it.
Next question. Sharif says, facts. You can't build a defense and give a mediocre quarterback elite money. Jimmy makes sense as the bridge. And I love that point, as the bridge. I think we all think that, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the bridge. 3-year contract, draft a quarterback. Is somebody in here? There you go. It was 49ers O-line that carried Jimmy G. Okay.
And that's it. We're paying him a little less and put that money where it's needed.
Yeah, put that money where it's needed. Exactly. Thank you, Mother Moon. They've got the third highest. I think the Raiders have the third highest cap space money in the league. I know defense is important.
It is.
All right. Sign Jacobs for cheap. You got Devontae. You've got Mad Max. You've got some pieces. Let's work with it. Let's be smart about it. A-Rod was our best chance to compete in the AFC West this upcoming season. Now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. Because he wanted too much money. So if he gets too much money, you can't spend it elsewhere. And then basically we're putting the entire future of the Raiders in a quote-unquote one-hit wonder. And I don't necessarily one-hit wonder as an A-Rod, but one-hit wonder is in the 2023 season. Because if he doesn't get the job done, he owed AF. You know what I mean? And then it's rebuilding again. And then you just spend a ton of money on him. Oh, I can't.
That's like...
So this goes back...
I'm out.
We already know. We don't have to explain this comment. This goes back to what I was saying about Carr playing in the whatever, NFC South. You better stop.
Stop it.
Carr will have a good season because he's in a weak division, of course. Jimmy G is single. Vegas gonna wait. He's single? Hold on.
Fix yourself.
Shoot, I thought he was making. Get me some lipstick.
You're like, yes.
I thought he was married. Sure, where he hanging out?
Vegas.
What's good? Remember, hit that like button if you want to call in. We're gonna be on for maybe another 5 to 20 minutes. We don't know. We're just hanging out. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, and Hunter Renfrow join Carr. No, come on. You tripping. You are the only one I will agree with this. Renfrow might go. Devontae not going anywhere. He's in a one year of a 5-year contract playing with the team he grew up loving. And he believes in Jimmy G. We know that by his tweet earlier. Josh Jacobs, on the other hand, wants to be a Raider. And if he goes somewhere, I don't think he's going to go follow Carr. Renfrow might. That's my opinion. But thank you for your comment. Glad I got to experience Oakland while we were there. We'll never forget it. Yeah. By the way, if y'all haven't experienced a game in Oakland, you'll never be able to do it again. And I feel sorry for y'all because there's nothing like it. There is nothing. Watch some of our early episodes. We started this YouTube channel about, are we 3 years now?
20. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
2 or 3? 3, huh? Wow. 3 years ago. We didn't even start as a live show. We started doing that about 6 months in. So about 2.5 years ago, we started doing live shows. We first started this doing episode-based content talking about our experience in Oakland. That's when they moved from, early 2020 because they moved they wrapped in 19 in Oakland. So go back and watch those. All we want to know, the history about Oakland, how we feel about it, the whole thing. Why not sign Stidham and have another we're confused on that as well. I would say they should have signed Stidham for multiple reasons. He knows the playbook well. For one reason, actually. He knows the playbook well.
Yeah.
So that's good for the Raiders, and it's also bad for the Raiders as a Bronco.
That just sounds like a very bad decision from the beginning. I mean, you're going to send your quarterback with that nose that picked up so well.
Been a great backup.
Stepped in.
But Mother Moon, we know the Raiders aren't known for making good decisions. I mean, this is not brand new information. Cat Daddy, the good thing is that no more David Carr and family in the stands. Exactly. These guys talk. Listen. They act like their brother is the best thing that ever happened to the Raiders because his stats say some bullshit. He has the most game-winning drives ever. Did they result into winning seasons? No. Who cares? Who cares? They think he's like the best thing that ever happened to football. Coming from a high school coach. And Darren, you're a high school coach. Stay in your lane. And David Carr, you're so
thirsty.
You were such a disappointment. Your brother literally has to go to a losing division to potentially succeed. And then you're going to whine about it after you preach about being humble and being kind. I'm going to move on.
Move on. Okay.
Move on.
Okay.
Black Hole San Antonio. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's who I hung out with. Adam and those guys. What's up, Adam? If you're watching, tell myself what's up, Robert. We just hung out with them on Pro Bowl weekend. Good time. We went to 8 Lounge. Mad Max was there. We went to Stage Door. We hung out in the Win Club at the stadium. So, yeah, tell those guys what's up. After incentives, Sharif says, after incentives, Jimmy base salary is $11 million per year. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. $11 million bucks?
Sorry.
I think I spent that on beer and pizza at the stadium last year. O-line was top 10 this year in PFF. Raider Suave. According to the PFF, O-line was actually rated near top 10. All right, kind of the same thing. Our new QB, Jimmy G, is going to MC the AVN Awards next year. Well, that makes sense. I mean, Derek Carr did a lot of that kind of stuff, too. You know, you got to schmooze. You got to schmooze a little bit.
Yeah.
Jimmy G's porn double. We had the 8th best pass block win rate in the NFL, 6th best run block win rate, and Carr had the 3rd longest average clean pocket time in the NFL this year. O-line was solid, especially after week 6. Did he really? I didn't realize that last part. 3rd longest average clean pocket time. Wow. And he still threw that shit away? All right, listen, I'm not a fact checker here, so I don't know. I'm just reading the comments. It says the PFF isn't accurate. I'm just reading the comments. I'm trying to engage y'all. I'm not fact checking. And I don't know the answer to that. Robert says, I think the O-line was okay this season. About 9 games, we lost under 6 points or less.
You lose.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. A loss is a loss.
A win's a win. We got 6 of them.
Oh, yeah. Stidham high school friend works for Denver. Yeah, isn't he like one of the coaches or something like that? Joey, what's good? He says, A-Rod's attitude is a concern also. Well, it's not a concern anymore. He's not coming here. It's a wrap. He's probably going to the New York Jets or something like that. This is a problem. We don't have a backup quarterback. This is true. Should have kept Stidham.
I think so.
Robert says, I think our O-line was okay. We lost 9 games under 6 points or less. Fumbles, interceptions, and overthrowing cost games, and play calling did some part. Okay. This is where I will get on board with the O-line argument. Because I think he's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, the O-line was there. So the fumbles, the interceptions, and the time he had in the pocket didn't need to happen because the O-line was decent enough to prevent those things from happening. So in that aspect, Robert Munoz, I think that might be the best point I've heard so far. What's up, G-Town? I love your icon there. I love your icon. Jimmy G gonna need protection on the field and off the field. No pun intended. What, protection from me? Just kidding. How's my hair? How's my hair?
Comb the hair.
How's my hair?
Okay, Jimmy G, he's good. Run.
I mean, look. He's hot. He is hot.
Okay.
And now I just learned he's single. I'm just saying.
You also learned you gotta comb your hair.
I also learned I gotta comb my hair. Mama, don't be clouded. You're on my team. You're my wing woman. The other 3 quarterbacks in Carr's division right now have played 9 games total. He better be the best. Exactly. What'd you say earlier, Mother Moon? Big fish, small pond.
If I didn't say that, exactly.
Saints are like the Texans who used to win their division every season. Yep.
Okay.
Denver hired Stidham as a spy, not a QB. Exactly.
No, Denver Donkeys. Get it right.
Oh, excuse me.
Robert.
Exactly, though. He knows. Listen, the Raiders, like last year, in my opinion, this year, are in the running for 3rd place. Basically, not to be last. And the opponent to not to be last is Denver. And now Denver has Stidham, who knows the playbook better than anybody, probably in the entire league at this point.
Because he did seem like somebody who would study.
He knew it well. He knew he was with McDaniels with the Patriots. Yep. He was in it.
He was in it.
Oh, this is a very important question. Cool, Kev. You ladies think Jimmy G is the best looking quarterback in the NFC West? Oh, in the NFC West for sure. I thought you were going to say the whole league, and then I was going to have to think. Look, we've got Mahomes.
Nah.
No, exactly. We've got Herbert. I've got Choney's older than him.
Stupid.
I'm not just. And by the way, I don't even know who the Broncos quarterback is anymore. So yes, I'm gonna go with a yes.
She's cut.
Oh no, not to say young boys aren't cute, but I mean, he got a little developing to do.
This cougar did not say that.
He got a little developing to do. Okay, I'm not in the popping the pimple industry.
Okay, thank you all for joining.
Oh my God. I don't even know.
Next comment.
Good thing we only have like 9. Yeah, next comment. Yeah, I think this goes without saying, Sharif. Carr decision making sucks. You know why? Because his only decision he ever makes is to throw it out of bounds.
Pass intended for
nobody.
Well,
we're not really still talking about Carr per se. I mean, it's coming up in the comments. We're reading the comments. We're engaging what's going on in the comments. So, we just responding. We're just responding. That's all.
Tony's older than him.
Oh, Russell Wilson still with the Donkeys? The Denver Donkeys? Mother made me say it. I thought he retired or something. He's still around? I thought he was a rap. I remember when Raiders fan disliked Crabtree when he first arrived to the Raiders, eventually becoming a fan favorite. Okay. I never disliked Crabtree, by the way. And I actually loved when Crabtree got into that fight. I forget who it was against. It was against Denver. Who was that dude? Drawing a blank. Help me out here, comments. The dude on Denver kept his helmet on because he's a little biatch. And Crabtree threw his helmet off. I'm actually mad at the Raiders for punishing him because I don't want any little bitch on my team. If somebody gonna treat me away, tear off my chain or whatever, as a man, as a woman, as a human, you best stand up for yourself.
Go get that chain.
I respected him for that. And the fact that they decided he was bad news and a problem and traded him for that, that's not the Raiders' way.
No, that was their excuse.
Oh, you ripped off my chain. Oh, let me just trolley back to the sideline. No, fuck that, beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. Yep. Any other questions?
Oh, shit.
That's right. Crabtree was a beast, a clutch on TDs. Oh, that's right. That's who it was. Talib started fighting with him. That's who it was. Yeah. Get out of here. Shoot. I give Crabtree a bonus for beating his ass. Let me adjust myself. Scott, what's good? How are the Raiders doing in free agency? It depends on who you ask. I think not bad. Waller, disposable. Jimmy G, lateral move, saves money. As long as they sign Jacob. I like the Mad Max reconstruction. Mad Max wants to stay. Devontae's not going anywhere. Right now, it's maybe shocking. Renfro might be next. Y'all be prepared for that. But right now, I'm not mad at it. Right now, we're not mad at it. I won't speak for you, Mother Moon. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. Nope. And I think tomorrow's going to bring up just a few more surprises. Right? So we'll be back tomorrow and talk about it.
Are they surprises at this point, or y'all just a little butthurt? Because I feel like they're not even surprises. Par for the course. Y'all brand new Raiders fans or what? Y'all know how they do us. They don't care.
This is true. They don't care how they do us. No. But we don't know. But we haven't heard anything. And I haven't heard much more. So if other stuff comes up, I mean, I guess it's a surprise if you don't know. And I don't know.
This is true right here. Gruden got rid of some of the best players we ever had in their positions. Gruden, in my opinion, did the worst job in cleaning house. He came with his chest full on pumped. I want my team. Da 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 da. And you know, Jacob's kind of doing, or McDaniels is kind of doing that too. And that's okay. People want their own team. I get it. I thought Gruden was a little more sloppy in it. But we'll see what Jacob has. Why I keep saying Josh? I'm getting confused with Josh. Why does McDaniels? We'll see what he has to do. Robert says, it's almost midnight here. Good night, y'all. Keep up the great work, Raiderettes. Let's go, Raiders. We appreciate you. It is getting late. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to tune out.
We're going to tune out.
Jimmy G hitting spicy spot.
Pushing game? He got your number. I gotta look at him a little bit closer. Let me just Google him for a minute.
Check him out. Little hot Italian. I'm not mad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. The moment they gave Gruden all the power, he cleaned house. He cleaned house not for the better. He should have. You know what he should have cleaned up? His damn emails.
Yes. But
it's all good, y'all.
To this day, there was emails, right? Back. They went to somebody answered him back. They went to somebody else. Who is that somebody? Make them accountable.
Yeah.
Accountable.
Accountable or accountable?
Accountable. I said accountable.
Either one.
But you know what I mean? Why is he the only one out there? And maybe that's why he's suing.
Maybe that's why. And he'll probably wouldn't be back. All right, everyone. Well, we have been on for quite some time now. We'll probably come back on tomorrow because we've enjoyed this conversation. We love the call-ins. We love more call-ins tomorrow. There's probably going to be more action tomorrow. So we'll be back on. We enjoy talking to you. Thank you all for watching. Remember, light that torch. Hit that like button. And, we go out one way and only one way. Nation, we love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Call us tomorrow. Light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member if you haven't already. We love y'all. Peace.